Greetings, it's Iain from RTO here. Welcome to another new album review, and this one sort of, when I heard that it was coming out, I thought, oh dear, what's it going to be like? But we know now, and that is, the album is Forever by Bon Jovi. It's their 16th album, and it's the first in 4 years. Now, we all know that John's had some vocal problems, and he's openly been on TV and done some great interviews, and he knew there was a problem. He's had surgery, but he's still, I mean, I like how he stood. If he's not good enough to sing live, he won't, and you've got to respect him for that. But they've brought out this new album, Forever. So playing on here, of course, we've got John himself, the ever-present David Bryan on keyboards, Tico Torres, solid drummer, still doing the business, been there since day one, Hugh McDonald on the bass, who's sort of been with the band, although he's been associated with this band from the beginning. He's been a touring musician and now he's a full member. Phil X, who took over from Richie Sambora. We've got percussion on here by Everett Bradley, and John Shanks on rhythm guitars and backing vocals, and the guitars as well. So the first track on here is called Legendary. Now, it's got that typical start of recent Bon Jovi. Forget about the Sambora period of Bon Jovi. We've got their new sound. Okay, I think John's vocals are a little bit better. I don't know if they've used technology. It's a little bit deeper, but he's not singing out of his range. And it doesn't sound bad. I think he's done a pretty good, decent job on that song. So next is a track called We Made It Look Easy. Okay, the voice is a bit groggy, I must admit. It's not perfect, but it sounds a bit more, you can listen to it. This is a short, gentle track. The thing is, it's not flat, and he's not trying to hit notes that he knows are not there. I wonder if that's under medical advice. Okay, the next track, Living Proof. This is probably the best track on the album. This is good old-fashioned Bon Jovi. Sounds in the same vein as It's My Life. I think this is good. There's a vocoder on it, and I think this is John's best vocal on this album. It's a great track. I really, really like this one. Waves, a very good track. Got some nice guitar work. It's not Richie Sambora style, which is a shame, but it's still a nice track. Phil X does a great job. Very nice, good track. Then we have Seeds. It's got some nice guitar work on it. He's got some backing vocals on here to help him with the higher notes, which is a very wise thing to do. So it doesn't make much difference. I think I think they've adapted very well on that track. Then we have a track called Kiss the Bride. Now, this is a song that John has written for his daughter who's getting married. It's very personal. It's about walking her down the aisle and how proud he is of her. It's not wishy-washy, sloppy. It's just really nice words. And one thing that John can do, and that's write a good song. And this is a really nice song. Okay, he does struggle with his vocals a bit, but I'll forgive him for that on this one. But I do like the track. Then we have The People's House. Again, I don't know if he's had his pitch on his vocals, but you can tell there's a bit of technology in this. It's pressing enough track. It goes back to Rock the House sort of sound. I don't mind this track at all. Up next, Walls of Jericho. Oh dear, this is cheesy. clap your hands, stamp your feet. It's just too cheesy for me. Nah. I wrote you a song. I like this song. He's steady. He's not trying too hard. It's just nice. Living in Paradise, typical modern sounding Bon Jovi, but I must admit that Tico Torres' drumming is very good. Then we have a track called My First Guitar. His voice is wobbling, but it's not flat, which is most important for me. He's trying to hit notes and he just didn't quite do it for me, but it doesn't sound flat. And then Hollow Man. This is definitely a last track on the album. This one he does struggle with, I think. There's some nice work from Phil X on the guitars. Okay, first thing I'm going to say about this album is it's far better than 2020. Because every song he sang flat as a pancake, and it was painful to listen to. Not because, and I love John Bon Jovi's vocals, but having the surgery has helped. I don't know if there's any auto pitch on this. I'm sure there is. There's some really nice songs on this. And as I said, he says if he can't sing them live, he won't go out live. If this was to be the last Bon Jovi album, I think this is a better album to go out on than 2020. It sounds a lot better. You know, John's doing okay, and I do admire him. He was very honest when he all came out with what was going on, and I just think he just needs to keep on working at it. I mean, Living in Proof is excellent, you know, and that song about his daughter's really nice. I certainly will be listening to this a little bit more than 2020 because I haven't put that on for ages. I mean, I like the Rock the House album, which was a pretty good album. So I'm pleased for John that this one's worked out and it's a decent album. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 6.5. So there we go. Well done, John Bon Jovi. As I said, if this is your last album, you've gone out with some dignity. Okay, coming up next is part 3 of the Rod Stewart story, and we're going to from now on it's all about his solo albums, and we're going to look at his one that he done, the only one he did in the 60s, and it's An Old Raincoat Will Never Let You Down. So we're going to have a look at that. So bye for now.